The crowd roars as helmets clash on Westridge University's practice field. Sweat-drenched players collide in a full-contact scrimmage under the merciless August sun. "Hit 'em harder. This ain't flag football." Coach Barrett's voice cuts through the chaos as the defensive line regroups. Among them, Tyler "Tank" Maddox stalks the sideline. 6'3", 240 pounds of raw aggression. His shoulder pads rise and fall with heavy breaths as he watches the offense setting up. "Fresh meat at 12 o'clock, Tank mumbles to his linebacker core, nodding toward the huddle. Noah Reed, freshman quarterback, breaks the offensive huddle with quiet confidence. His slender frame belies the arm strength that earned him a full ride. While other players scream in posture, Noah simply adjusts his helmet and approaches the line. "Blue 42. Blue 42. Noah's cadence is steady, unflinching as he reads the defense. Tank creeps forward, eyes locked on his target. The ball snaps. Noah drops back, scanning downfield. "Blitz! Watch the blitz!" someone yells. Too late. Tank bursts through the gap, brushing past the running back's block like it's nothing. Noah releases the ball just as Tank launches his body full force. The whistle blows before contact, but Tank doesn't stop. The hit is vicious, a Shikun helmet to ribsy crew, sending Noah airborne. The freshman crashes down, ball tumbling away as coaches and players erupt in protests. "What the hell, Maddox? Whistle was blown." Coach Barrett storms onto the field. Noah lies motionless for 3 heartbeats before slowly pulling himself up. No complaints, no reaction, just a quiet assessment of what went wrong. Tank circles back, face mask inches from Noah's. Soft, just like I thought. "Enough. Hit the showers, Tank." Coach Barrett points toward the locker room. Tank backs away, smirking. "Better get used to it, rookie. That's what happens when boys try to play with men." The team watches as Noah brushes grass from his jersey. Something in his eyes. Not fear, not anger. Just calculation, like he's filing information away for later use. "Again," Noah says quietly, stepping back to the huddle. "Let's run it again." Tank walks backward toward the sideline, drawing, his finger across his throat. "Welcome to college ball, kid. Welcome to hell." The weight room clock reads 5:30 a.m. Noah pushes through his 3rd set of bench presses when the doors burst open. Tank enters with his entourage, stopping cold at the sight of the freshman. "Look who's trying to grow some muscle." Tank's voice echoes against the walls. "Won't help. You'll still fold like laundry." Noah racks the bar, sits up, doesn't respond. Nothing. To say, "Pretty boy?" Tank approaches, towering over him. "Let me explain how things work around here. I'm 3 months from being drafted. You're just keeping my bench warm until you transfer somewhere that gives a shit about participation trophies." Later at practice, Noah fumbles a handoff Sue's, his 3rd mistake of the morning. Coach Stevens pulls him aside while Tank orchestrates. Freshman tacks from across the field. 20 up-downs for every turnover, Tank shouts. The other players join in, circling Noah. "You don't have to do that," Coach Stevens says quietly. "It's fine." Noah drops to start his punishment. 60 up-downs? He doesn't complain once. In the cafeteria, Noah sets his tray down at an empty table. Seconds later, Tank's crew surrounds him. "That's linebacker territory, freshman. Find another spot." Noah simply picks up his tray and moves. Later in film study, Noah asks a question about defensive reads. Tank interrupts. "Maybe you should worry about not pissing yourself when I come through the line." The room erupts in laughter. Noah jots something in his notebook and keeps his eyes forward. Days blur together. Tank escalates hiding Noah's equipment, knocking him down in non-contact drills, spreading rumors about him choking in high school championships. Still, Noah says nothing. He just works. First one in, last one out. Studying playbooks when others party. Running routes alone after everyone's gone home. Friday afternoon practice. Noah takes the snap, steps back, and sees pressure coming. Instead of forcing a throw, he reads the blitz perfectly and delivers a bomb 50 yards downfield into the receiver's hands. The coaching staff exchanges glances. Tank notices. Noah jogs back to the huddle as whispers spread among the assistants. Tank narrows his eyes, seeing something beyond the rookie's quiet demeanor for the first time. "Kid might actually have something," a coach mutters. Noah calls the next play, eyes briefly meeting Tank's across the line of scrimmage. Tank spits on the ground between them. Lucky throw. Won't happen twice. Monday morning, the team gathers. For the week's first practice, Coach Barrett stands at midfield, clipboard in hand. "Listen up. We're making some adjustments to the depth. Chart this week. Reed, you're taking first-team reps today." The announcement ripples through the players. The starting quarterback, Jason Mills, shoots a look at Noah. Tank's expression hardens to granite. "This is bullshit," Tank mutters, loud, enough for nearby players to hear. 3 good throws and suddenly he's Joe Montana? During warm-ups, Tank shadows Noah's every move, bumping him between drills, whispering threats only Noah can hear. The freshman maintains his routine, methodically stretching, running through his progressions, ignoring the provocation. "First-team offense, first-team defense. Let's go." Coach Barrett blows his whistle. As Noah jogs toward the huddle, Tank steps into his path. "You think you belong with the starters?" Tank's voice is dangerously low. "Prove it. Run a play against my defense, right now." The field goes quiet. Coaches pretend not to notice the confrontation, curious themselves how Noah will respond. Noah meets Tank's glare for the first time. "Call your defense." Tank's smile spreads slow and predatory. He turns to his defensive unit. "Cover 0, all-out blitz. Make him feel it." The offenses huddles up. Noah quickly diagrams a play, speaking with unexpected authority. "Watch for the pressure. They're bringing everyone. Wilson, hot route if your man blitzes." They break, lining up at the 30-yard line. Tank points directly at Noah. "You're mine, bitch." Noah surveys the defense, recognizing the blitz formation immediately. 6 defenders crowd the line of scrimmage, leaving receivers in man coverage. "Blue 80, blue 80. Check, check. Slingshot, slingshot." Tank's eyes widen at the audible. Noah has changed the play. The ball snaps. Tank bursts through the gap, untouched. Use. Exactly as Noah predicted. Just before impact, Noah sidesteps, feeling Tank's jersey brush against him as the linebacker stumbles forward, touching nothing but air. Noah rolls right, eyes downfield. Wilson has beaten his man on the post route. Noah plants, throws a perfect spiral that drops into the receiver's hands at the goal line. Touchdown. The offensive players erupt in celebration. Coaches nod, impressed. For the first time, they're seeing what the recruiting scouts saw. Tank stands, alone, breathing heavily, watching as teammates surround Noah with newfound respect. "Lucky again," Tank seethes. But no one's listening to him anymore. Noah glances over, eyes conveying a simple message. "I'm not who you think I am." Tank charges forward, shoving through teammates to reach the quarterback. Rain hammers the practice facility as players file in for afternoon workouts. Tank sits by his locker, athletic tape wrapped tight around his knuckles, staring at Noah across the room. "You see the depth chart?" A defensive end slumps beside Tank. "Reed's listed as co-starter now." Tank tears the tape off, drawing blood from his fingers. Coach has lost his fucking mind. In position meetings, Tank barely listens as coaches break down film. His attention fixates on clips of Noah making perfectly timed throws, scrambling for first downs, commanding the offense like a veteran. Later, Noah finds his cleats in the shower, soaked and filled with mud. His playbook pages are torn out and scattered across the locker room floor. His nameplate has been removed, replaced with a crude drawing. Noah methodically cleans his cleats, tapes his playbook back together, and replaces his nameplate without complaint. On the practice field, tanks. Aggression crosses into dangerous territory. During a routine 7-on-7 drill, he delivers a late hit that sends Noah crashing into the bench area. "That's enough, Maddox." Coach Barrett pulls Tank aside. "You're supposed to be a leader, not a liability." "I am leading," Tank hisses, teaching him what happens to pretenders. That night, Tank barges into a team gathering at the campus center, already drunk. He finds Noah surrounded by receivers, diagramming plays on napkins. "Look at this shit," Tank slurs, swiping the napkins. Away. Professor Quarterback giving lessons. "What you know about winning?" "Freshman? About pressure? About sacrifice?" Noah stands, calm as still water. "That's enough, Tank. You've had too much." "Don't tell me what's enough." Tank shoves Noah hard against the wall. "You think these guys respect you? They're laughing at you same as me." To everyone's surprise, several players step between them. "Back off, Tank," a senior receiver says. "This isn't cool anymore." Tank looks around, disbelief spreading across his face as he realizes what's happening. His teammates, his disciples, are choosing sides, and they're not choosing him. In the locker room next morning, Assistant Coach Daniels finds Noah studying film alone. "You know he's not going to stop," Daniels says. "Guys like Tank don't go down easy." Noah nods. "I know. But I'm not here for him. I'm here to play football." Across campus, Tank gathers his most loyal followers. Tomorrow's the last full-contact practice before the opener. His voice drops to a whisper. "And tomorrow, I'm ending this kid's season before it starts." Game simulation Wednesday. The entire athletic department turns out to watch. The final full-contact practice before Saturday's season opener. Scouts from 3 NFL teams sit in the bleachers, clipboards ready, eyes fixed on Tank. "Big day for you," Coach Barrett tells Noah as he straps on his helmet. "Show us you can handle pressure when it counts." Noah nods, gaze drifting to where Tank paces the sideline like a caged predator. Their eyes lock. No words necessary. The Yee message is clear. The first team offense and defense square off at midfield. Noah settles under center, scanning Tank's position. The linebacker has moved from his usual spot, now directly aligned with the gap Noah will need for his rollout. "Red 90. Red 90, Noah barks, recognizing the trap. He calls an audible, shifting protection. Left. The ball snaps. Noah fakes the handoff, drops back, and delivers a perfect strike to his tight end before Tank can close the distance. Completion. First down. "Lucky guess," Tank growls as they reset. Second play. Noah reads blitz again, quickly hits his slot receiver on a slant. Another completion. Tank slams his fist into his palm. "That all you got? Dink and dunk bullshit?" Third play. Noah calls for max protection. 7 blockers against 4 rushers. Tank is neutralized as Noah stands tall in the pocket, launching. A 40-yard bomb that drops perfectly into the receiver's hands. The sideline erupts. Coaches exchange impressed nods. The NFL scouts scribble notes. Defense looks like shit. Tank screams at his unit, veins bulging in his neck. "Wake the fuck up." Coach Barrett approaches Noah. "One more series, then we're good. Keep it clean." But Tank has other plans. As the teams line up again, he gestures subtly to his defensive end. A quick nod, Barrett. They've planned something. Noah takes the snap, drops back into the pocket. The defensive end intentionally creates a gap, a clear lane, for Tank to exploit. Noah spots the setup too late. Tank explodes through the opening, a human missile aimed directly at Noah. The quarterback releases the ball just as Tank launches. Everyone sees it coming. The intentional targeting, the unnecessary violence, brewing. Whistles blow before contact. Coaches scream for Tank to pull up. He doesn't. Noah, sensing disaster, attempts to spin away at the last second. His slight movement causes Tank to miss his intended target, Noah's chest, and he'd instead catch him with a glancing blow. The impact sends Noah stumbling but still standing. Tank, having committed his entire body to the hit, flies past and lands awkwardly, his right leg twisting beneath him. A sickening crack echoes across the suddenly silent field. Tank screams, not in anger, but in agony, his knee bent at an impossible angle, bone visibly protruding through his practice pants. Players from both units freeze. Coaches rush toward the fallen linebacker. Trainers sprint onto the field with medical bags. Noah stands apart from the chaos, watching as his tormentor writhes on the ground. No satisfaction on his face, just the quiet understanding of what's happened. Tank's eyes find Noah's through the pain, realization dawning. The hit meant to end Noah's season has instead shattered something else entirely. "Don't move him," the head trainer shouts. "Get the cart." From the bleachers, the NFL scouts slowly close their notebooks, shaking their heads as they rise to leave. Time slows as medical staff surround Tank. Blood soaks through his practice pants, bone fragments visible through torn fabric. His screams fade to whimpers, then to shocked silence as reality sets in. ACL, MCL, tibia fracture, the trainer whispers to Coach Barrett. Career-threatening. The team forms a circle, helmets removed, heads bowed, a ritual for fallen brothers. Noah stands among them, face unreadable. "Please clear the field," Coach Barrett announces. "Everyone back to the locker room." Players drift away hesitantly. Only Noah remains, watching as they stabilize Tank's leg. "Reed, locker room, now!" Coach Barrett points toward the facility. Noah finally turns away as they lift Tank onto the cart. The linebacker's eyes are vacant, staring at nothing, his future evaporating with each passing second. In the silent locker room, players sit motionless. The same teammates who laughed at Tank's jokes now avoid eye contact with each other. The power vacuum is palpable. Coach Barrett enters, face grim. Tank's being transported to University Medical Center. Season's over for him. Likely his college career, too. Murmurs ripple through the room. Noah sits alone, removing his cleats methodically. "Reed," Coach Barrett's voice cuts through the whispers. "My office. Now." In the cramped office, Noah stands at attention as coaches exchange glances. "You understand what this means?" Coach Barrett asks. "You're QB1 now, no question." Noah nods once. "Tank made his choice," Assistant Coach Daniels adds. "Nobody blames you for what happened." "He tried to hurt me," Noah says finally, his first acknowledgement of the obvious. Guess karma had other plans. Back in the locker room, Noah approaches his teammates. The uncertainty is thick enough to touch. Team meeting, 5 minutes. Practice field. Minutes later, the offense and defense gather on the empty field, awaiting direction. Noah steps forward, no longer the quiet freshman. "What happened today was nobody's fault but Tank's," he begins, voice steady. "His choice, his consequence." Players shift uncomfortably. "But we've got a season starting Saturday. We can fall apart, or we can come together. I'm not Tank. I don't lead with fear. I lead with trust." He looks at each defensive player one by one. "You with me?" Senior linebacker Marcus steps forward. "Defense is with you." Offense? Noah turns to his unit. "All in," comes the unified response. Noah nods, satisfied. One practice left before game day. Let's make it count. As players disperse with renewed purpose, Noah remains centered on the field, the shadow of Tank's presence fading with every step they take away from him. At the hospital across town, Tank stares at the ceiling, alone with the beeping machines, and the crushing diagnosis. multiple reconstructive surgeries, extensive rehabilitation, return to play status, unlikely. 2 days later, Tank sits in a wheelchair outside the training facility, leg immobilized in a massive brace. Through the window, he watches the team's final walkthrough before tomorrow's season opener. Noah orchestrates the offense with natural command, players responding to his calm authority. Tank's phone buzzes, another text from his agent. NFL teams, asking about prognosis. Need to be honest with them. Call me. He ignores it, like the dozen others. His draft stock plummeting by the hour, a shadow falls across him. Coach Barrett. Thought you might want your playbook. The coach hands him a binder. Team still needs your football IQ, even if you can't play. Tank stares at the playbook, then pushes it away. We both know I'm done here. That's your choice, Coach Barrett says. Noah didn't end your career, Tank. You did. Tank watches the coach return to practice, the words burning like acid. On the field, Noah completes a perfect 2-minute drill. The team erupts in celebration. That night, Tank sits alone in his apartment. Empty bottles surround him. The television plays highlights from around the country, Sheiks do, season previews, players to watch. Then Noah's face appears on screen. West Ridge freshman quarterback Noah Reid enters the spotlight tomorrow after an impressive preseason, the sportscaster announces. Sources say multiple NFL scouts plan to attend, calling Reid the most poised freshman quarterback prospect in years. Tank hurls a bottle at the TV. It misses, shattering against the wall. His phone rings. The team doctor. Tyler, we've reviewed your MRI results. With aggressive surgery and rehabilitation, you might return to limited physical activity in 12 to 18 months, but a coup. But football's over, Tank finishes. Silence confirms. It. You know what's funny, Doc? I came here to become unstoppable. Now I can't even walk to the bathroom alone. Morning comes. Tank hasn't slept. His apartment floor is littered with crumpled draft projections that once had his name at the top. Outside, his window, campus buzzes with game day energy. Students in team colors stream toward the stadium. Banners featuring Noah's face hang from lampposts. Tank's phone buzzes with a text from Marcus. Team voted. Noah's captain now. He stares at his reflection in the black screen, a ghost of the player he was just 3 days ago. The enforcer, the leader, the future star. All gone. He wheels himself to the window, watching a group of freshmen stop to take selfies with Noah's banner. Their excitement for the new era tangible. Their memory of Tank already fading. One season ends. Another begins. Game day. The stadium vibrates with anticipation. 60,000 fans rise as one while the announcer's voice booms through speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, your West Ridge Wolves. The team bursts through the tunnel, Noah leading the charge. His uniform pristine, his focus absolute. He doesn't play to the crowd, doesn't seek the spotlight, just jogs directly to the sideline and begins his warm-up routine. Across town, Tank watches from his sofa, leg elevated on pillows. Physical therapy pamphlets spread across the coffee table. Medication bottles lined up within reach. On screen, cameras follow Noah's every move. Commentators praise his composure, his arm strength, his leadership beyond his years. Remarkable story, one says. Freshman steps in after Maddox's devastating injury. Big shoes to fill. Tank's phone has stopped ringing. No calls from scouts. No texts from teammates. His social media, once flooded with praise, now silent. 3 days ago, he was everything. Now, he's a cautionary tale. The camera pans across West Ridge's bench. Tank searches for his friends, the players who once formed his entourage. They're huddled around Noah now, attentive, respectful. The coin toss. West Ridge wins. Noah chooses to receive. Tank watches numbly as the kickoff sails through the air. The return man breaks free, reaching midfield before being tackled. The crowd roars. Noah jogs onto the field, buckles his chin strap. No fear, no hesitation. Just quiet focus as he approaches the line of scrimmage for his first collegiate snap. Tank reaches for his phone, composing a text he'll never send. "I'm sorry." He deletes it, replaces it with, "Good luck today." Deletes that, too. The camera zooms in on Noah's face as he surveys the defense. The stadium holds its breath. Noah barks signals, identifying blitzers, shifting protection, doing everything Tank never bothered to study, never respected enough to learn. The ball is snapped. Noah drops back, 5 steps, eyes scanning downfield. The pocket begins to collapse. The moment that separates pretenders from players. Noah steps up, evading pressure, feet perfectly set. He finds his receiver breaking free and releases the ball, a tight spiral cutting through air toward its target. Tank leans forward, breath caught in his throat. The screen cuts to commercial, just as the ball reaches its apex. The remote slips from Tank's hand, clattering to the floor beside empty pill bottles and NFL draft guides now worthless as yesterday's news. Outside his window, distant cheers rise from the stadium as Noah's pass finds its marker. The beginning of one journey, and the end of another fade to black.